Finding the right senior living can be overwhelming and complicated, and if you aren't familiar with it, you want to be with the place to choose the best comfortable and filled with the people who value the work that they do. A Place for Seniors is here to help find you that valued space. Allison Carman is an advisor with the company, here to tell us more via Zoom. Good morning, Allison.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. Okay, I want you to tell me a little bit about your background and how you actually got started in senior care and placement.
Sure. Well, I was an engineer by trade, working during 2008-2009 downturn, and I worked for a big bank. And at that time, I got laid off, and so I had some time to visit with my mom. Well, we'd been talking about my mom for a long time, but she was very independent, selling houses, and at 85. And
Wow.
but I went over and visited her, and the situation had really changed. I hadn't physically laid eyes on her in a long time, and when I did, I saw that the dementia had really taken over her life, and she wasn't really able to take care of herself. So I brought her home with me, and I spent about a year with her. And then I realized, going through that whole journey, and being in the hospital with my father prior to that, that people need an advocate. People need to understand how to guide through this. And being a problem solver naturally, I really felt compelled to be that advocate. So I spent the last 15 years teaching myself how to do that, working for various communities as well as a big referral agency that is well known, and fortunately got the opportunity to work with about 15,000 families.
Wow.
And doing that right, and I really understood the Colorado market and the Arizona market, mostly Colorado, in understanding what seniors need there, where the different places are, what different kinds of things are offered. And that's where families get really stuck. And so that's what brought me into this. That's why I started A Place for Seniors in 2023. And we've just taken off, and we love it, and we love helping people. When most of all, we are a free service to seniors and their families. So it's really great.
So you run both Place for Seniors and Senior Living Leads on Demand LLC. So what does each business do then, and then how do they work together?
Well, Senior Living Leads on Demand is how I started, and that was creating families to find placement agents. And then I found that I was actually better at that than most, so I just decided to switch over and do all A Place for Seniors. So now we just pretty much do that. And so what I did was just I have about 7 people that work with me. I have one person in Colorado. Lynette LaRue is our face in Colorado, and she and I have been in the business for a very long time. She started in 2008, and what I do is I train them the way that I would want a family to be treated.
Yeah.
So they're all personally trained by me, and so now I'm slowly but surely adding more people to my team, but only if they're the right fit, So you have to have a heart for this. And so it takes a special person to do it. It takes a person that's really invested in making sure that we have a lot of integrity, and we make sure that we care for those families and like they're our own families. So if I'm going to ask somebody to consider a community or even a residential home, then I'm going to make sure that they feel that I would feel as safe putting my own family there as they would feel theirs. So that's really where we start from.
And Allison, you mentioned really quickly that you are a no cost to families.
Yeah. So how that works is we have contracts. It's very much like a apartment locator. If you've ever used an apartment locator, we have contracts with all the different communities and quite a few of homes that are care homes that are licensed, always licensed for assisted living. And so we work with them. And then if we should place somebody there, they pay us 50 to 100% of the first month's rent. And so that's how we make our living. But that cost never gets passed on to the senior. And we have a reason to make sure that we're in and out of those communities and understanding what they can manage and what level of care they can handle, or even if it's a vibrant independent living community where somebody that doesn't need any care but wants the convenience of an independent living, then we know those, and we're in and out of them all the time. You can go to our website and see different pictures. And we also, whenever possible, go on tours with our folks. So we'll meet you at the community. So yeah, that's how it's a free service.
Well, Allison, thank you so much for being with us this morning and sharing all about the different services. This is great news that you can use right here. Get a consultation started right now by visiting aplaceforseniors.org. Allison, thank you so much. We'd also like to say a special thank you to Marquis Who's Who for sponsoring this segment.